Welcome to the Stress and Adaptation module with Scott Wustenberg. Stress is a very intriguing concept. It is bound up in many preconceived ideas and actual misconceptions. The major one is that stress is in of itself bad for human health and well-being. Let me dispel that now. Everything is stress. So from that point of view, all stimulus and all stress therefore can't be bad for human health. To the human being, every stimulus, whether good or bad, is considered a stress. The stimulus costs the body resources in some way, whether major or a minor cost. This is what stress adaptation is all about. The ability to pay the price of meeting a stimulus and maintaining homeostasis. However, the perception of the stimulus as a negative stress comes from a psychological, emotional perspective, and is what most people assume stress really means. This assumption has come out of the positive psychology paradigm, which started in the 1990s. This domain of psychology focuses on the ideas of what makes life most worth living. It strives to create the good life and reflects about what holds the greatest value in life. That the pursuit of happiness is the greatest human goal, and we should be striving to be happy all the time. Another view is it is founded on the belief that people want to lead meaningful and fulfilling lives, which lots of us do, to cultivate what is best within themselves and to enhance their experience of love, work, and play. Like stress, what is meaningful to an individual is a perceptive value judgment. What is of value, what is good, will be different from person to person, from group to group, and from country to country. This is also true of stress. What you find stressful, I might find easy. What I find stressful, you might, from your experiences in life, find a cakewalk. Like stress, what is meaningful to an individual, such as low rainfall in Africa, will be much more stressful for the farmer than an urban-dwelling Australian citizen. Where the TikTok-loving city dweller might feel the world is ending if the internet was out, the farmer could not care less about this scenario. It's horses for courses, as the saying goes. Stress is defined from an engineering perspective as stress, the measure of what the material feels from an externally applied forces. It is simply a ratio of the external forces to the cross-sectional area of the material. Now, ultimately, they test this by applying force mechanically to a material, such as a piece of wood, over and over and over until it breaks, and therefore they define the mass stress load on that material. Whereas the World Health Organization defines stress thusly. Stress can be defined as a state of worry or mental tension caused by a difficult situation. Stress is a natural human resource and response that prompts us to address challenges and threats to our lives. Everyone experiences stress to some degree. The last part I definitely agree with. Generally, the neuroscientists, psychologists, and psychiatrists will talk about stress from a mental perspective, a mental aspect, it being a process of thought similar to the above statement from the World Health Organization. A natural therapist, naturopathic doctor, perhaps, will talk about the hypothalamic pituitary axis and adrenal burnout as being kind of a stress response. From a brain-based perspective, however, both are actually true. Really, stress is a resource management issue. Everything is a resource, both the capacity for thought as well as the biophysics and biochemistry that makes that thought possible. To have thought, you have to have the right building blocks to make the neurotransmitters and the electrical impulses across the nerves. It's interesting to note that stress resembles anxiety a lot.
Want to see more? To access the complete stress module and continue your learning journey, visit our site and enroll now at optihuman.com.au.